Now, I want you to understand this even more now that I'm going to go to the passport application.
You can't do it, man.
Y'all got it in front of y'all?
Yeah.
Alright, I want the actual application. But I don't see the goddamn application.
He says you can't do it right now.
No, there's a PDF.
There's a PDF I'm looking for.
Yes, it's Form D11.
Yeah,
DS11.
DS11 PDF. Come up.
This shit ain't even moving. I've been hitting that.
Oh, they've been slow. Yeah.
Slow as hell.
The internet's here.
How many of y'all on the internet? That's why it's slow.
But, you know, I asked him that, and he said, no, they have people in here groups like this all the
Then
time.
it's us.
And they don't have a problem.
It's us.
So that's what I was thinking. That's what came to my mind.
It's Jonah back.
They know where Jonah Bay is, that's what.
They definitely do. I didn't put it out there enough. They don't even need to track me, I tell them.
Oh, that iPhone 6, they know.
For sure. See, now when we tell y'all to put in care of, look at this shit. It's in the application. Y'all, none of this shit right here. In care of. You don't see that shit?
Oh,
I be trying to tell you, none of this shit comes from me.
that's pretty cool.
But they always want to say that Jonah Bay shit. This ain't my shit. They had this stuff out before I was even born. Now, this acts and conditions, that's what I'm looking for. I'll blow this up. Oh, damn, I can't blow it up. Y'all got the copy in front of y'all. Look for, do y'all have acts and conditions or y'all just have the application? All right, I'm going to have to read it. I like y'all to read it because y'all understand it better when y'all read it than when I do. But anyway, if any of the below mentioned acts or conditions have been performed by or applied to the applicant, the portion which applies should be lined out. Did y'all comprehend what it just said?
Yep.
And what that applies, you gotta cross it out.
Now, ain't that backwards?
Yeah.
Yes.
Didn't I tell you the devil do everything backwards? Now, normally when you're doing with contract law, anything that you don't agree with, you line out, and it doesn't apply, right? This shit backwards. I know this is a fact because I did it before and it fucked me up from getting my national passport when I first did it years ago. Now, it's another part that I want y'all to see. We're gonna go into this one. Federal tax law. Section 6039E of the Internal Revenue Code, which is what? 26 USC 6030. Now I'm trying to show y'all how all these shits cross-reference. Now that's 20 SB. I could also tell you, you can go into CFR 6039. I can also tell you, you can go into,
CC.
no, not UCC, but, yeah, try to 26 is showing. I'm talking about the other one. The other one is IRC, which is Internal Revenue Code. They just jumping around to confuse you more and more. It's the same shit, but they call it different codes. Anyway, requires you to provide your social security number if you have one.
They got one.
You don't
You
have one.
never did because you got to recognize you are not an legist. None of y'all people were born with a tattoo on the ass that said your social. Doesn't exist. You don't have one, and an legist has one. That's why they had to put if you have one. But y'all believe they were talking to foreigners. They were talking to foreigners, but y'all was thinking someone from France, Italy, Britain. Yes, Tom.
So if you have one of these and you did that, how do you correct it?
I'm getting there.
Okay, sorry.
It's all good. if you have one, when you apply for or renew, yep, see, so they even know that. You might have already had a passport, and they say if you have one. How the fuck do if I have one, if I already had a passport? They still giving you a way out. See, you gotta be able to read and comprehend. Right there, they're telling you that you ain't really got one. Even if you already had a passport and you gave one up before. Because it's a state of mind. Y'all have to learn y'all are not the illegals. That is a vehicle for commerce. So let me go on. If you have not been issued a social security number, enter zeros in box 5. So the minute you realize you have never had one, you're supposed to put in all zeros. I wanted to show y'all that because I don't want y'all to be like, where did Jonah get that shit from? Jonah reads. Y'all might have did what y'all think is reading. Y'all might have recited this shit. But if you didn't comprehend it, you didn't read it. I comprehend shit. That's why the name that cannot be mentioned couldn't get as far as me because he could recite shit, he couldn't read. That means he didn't comprehend it. Reading is fundamental. Reading is comprehension. If you don't comprehend, you don't understand what the fuck I said. And you don't understand what I said, we ain't speaking the same language. You know that's the easiest way to get in a fight? Misunderstanding.
Yes.
That's what causes all the fights. Even with your wife. Like, damn, baby, that ass is fat. You call me fat? But she didn't understand the slang. No, baby, I'm saying it look good. It's juicy. It's beautiful. Your shape is off the chain. Right? And that's all of that was meant by, damn, baby, that ass is fat. But if she don't understand slang, that's a fight. You know what I mean? As what Chris Tucker said, it's P-H-A-T, not F-A-T. You see what I'm saying? All right, so I want y'all to keep that in mind, those two things, right?
I got one. The first one you read, it said, cross out what does apply to you. And then it says, provide an explanation or application. Is that when you provide the...
Now you see why the injunction got to go with it?
Supplement.
I told you it's something out there called the silver bullet. It got holes in it.
What did he say?
Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud.
Oh, the first section,
Stand up and turn that way. They can't hear you. It's going this way.
the first section where he went over the cross out what does apply to you, it says there's on the next sentence states that
Cross it up.
provide an explanation and an application.
That means you got to do your own damn affidavit that goes with it.
Under acts or conditions.
Right. So I told y'all what y'all going to send in.
Injunction.
I ain't no joke. I got it from the ancestors. Right? Alright, so now we're going to get into it. I can show you multiple things that's missing out of this guy's remedy. I'm not taking credit for it. Like I said, y'all go to copper mine, da-da-da. But the problem is, his shit got holes. So when I teach it, it's not going to be his shit. I'm going to fill up those holes. Matter of fact, I'll show y'all. I'll show y'all. I mean, his shit. You want? I am gonna show you his shit. I'm going over my shit to make sure y'all get it right. But let's see. Silver bullet. Unity is E or I. I.
But that
Copper moonshine stills or whatever. Right here. Beat the law, diplomatic immunity, state citizen. I told you he had it wrong. I told y'all.
Looks impressive with all their codes.
Yes, it does. See, but I'm not into stealing credit. I don't need to. And here it is. Mostly everything is done pretty good. There's shit that ain't done good. Because, let me show you this shit. What is what he right there, what did he scratch out?
Non-citizen national.
Y'all already know the definition. The definition is of non-citizen national means you are a U.S. national. I showed you in what? 8 U.S.C. 1101. You better not. That makes you a state citizen. But he told you at the top. He wanted you to become.
State citizen.
Do y'all want to become a state citizen? No. Now, some of the other seminars I did, I actually went into the state's charter that told you was a goddamn slave if you're a state citizen. I ain't doing it, it take too long to do it now. But I've showed time and time again, you don't want to be a state citizen. So he got a major flaw in his paperwork. He's so fucking, he's 90% right. 90%. But they can shit on him whenever they choose. Because I know for sure they know that flaw. You see what I'm saying?
Maybe he's an agent.
It could be.
Maybe he's a clerk.
I think it. John, sometimes I think they be trying to beat me to shit to get people to do all of that instead of doing the 100% way. I don't know. I could be paranoid. But I'm like, damn, how could you be that close and you never looked up the definitions of state citizen?
So we're not gonna cross it out, we're gonna affidavit.
No, you are going to cross it out with an affidavit, but you're not crossing it out the way he did.
You're just gonna take off.
Yes!
You're gonna take off.
Yes! Now, one of the biggest problems is, see the giraffe? I hate that giraffe. That giraffe makes you under the United States. Right? So, I'm going to put just national, and I'm going to put the supplement. The supplement is going to say, see, he's trying to get rid of this giraffe by putting without prejudice.
Without the United States.
I'm going to put my name without the United States and say C supplement.
So would you sign all caps back first, last name first?
I'm doing everything lowercase.
Last name first.
Say that again.
Everything lowercase, last name first.
When it says applicant's legal signature, you don't.
The legal is Scott, Jonah John. How do other people be signing this? Jonah John Scott. See what I'm saying? Your legal name of the straw man is the last name, first name, middle name, especially dealing with the government. Why did y'all think I went through to tell y'all everything y'all do with the government comes to your last name? First name if you're in jail, if you're in the army, if you're in the court. No one knows what the legal name is. I told y'all what it is. The legal name is the creditor side. That's who they owe the money to. They don't give a fuck about the debtor. The debtor is who they control. Right?
On that part of the Jonah, where it says, when you cross it out, and you just cross out national, they don't add of the United States with that? Because it seems like it's just one sentence.
So we're only.
If you only cross out what part, remember the instructions. Whatever applies to you, you cross out. And you only cross out national.
So of the United States is not a part of whatever you
No.
crossed out. Okay.
You ain't gonna, if you do of, you now the national of the United States. I told you we won't be nationals, which means foreign. Completely foreign to the state too.
So we should cross out the word national.
Just national.
Don't let that pen overrun that L on national.
This is why I should.
Because when you cross it out, that's.
Y'all be thinking I just be up here talking shit. And I been saying shit all day, but I'm just gonna tie it all in. So I showed you the definitions before this shit for a reason. So now y'all know why I'm saying y'all gotta put just the word national. Because they got many traps to put you back in the matrix. And you're doing it yourself. You helping them naturalize you. Remember, this is the main contract that's gonna make you a U.S. citizen or a national. Choice is yours. So now, y'all know he's done this work. He did this work before me, but his work is flawed. Not because I say so. The definition says it's flawed. Right? So now I'm going to go fix it. So, Maury, if he comes on your show, oh, that nigga Jonah Bay bit off my shit and da-da-da. You know the answers already.
I already know what's up.
Yeah. Because you know how they like to say, I taught Jonah Bay.
On the signature, I know it's last name.
We about to do the actual goddamn application the way I, in the definition, tell y'all to do it.
So check this out, Joe. If you,
I only gave y'all one. I wanted you to see the shit that's out there before someone comes and say, yo, that shit wrong. Or some shit and try to change your mind on what I showed you.
so Jonah, if you supplement this with the coal form, doesn't that mean you need to cross out citizen all over the coal form as well?
Yeah.
You already did it.
You already supposed to have did the CO. I'm going to that form next, my brother. Don't worry.
All right.
Y'all always pressing me to get to. Don't get to the point. No, don't rush me. Let me show you how beautifully I play. Let me show you the dribble, the dunk.
I want to see that dunk on the
Yeah. See, I want y'all to see. Look at it, even on the top. What it say?
application for
For
US.
a US passport.
See what I'm saying?
I don't want the US.
Why you now you see why you need a supplement to contract to go with this? This is form was created.
Wait a minute, if you have a bill, I forgot, bro, wouldn't you just take out the US part and say this application?
If they want-
What you gonna do? You gonna take it out everywhere on this motherfucker?
They won't take it to the office
They
or
broke
form.
it, that's what-
See, if you change it, you're gonna have to take the OBM number off.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Now, no, hold on though. The OBM number, 95 minutes. This is up under the, no, that too, but, the one for, you know, the Treasury forms, huh? The one for the budget management joint. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Office of Bureau of Budget Management. Y'all supposed to know about that. How y'all niggas trying to tap into the money of the straw man and y'all ain't, it's dealing with the Treasury. All of that is under the Office of Budget Management. Y'all really do need to read the U.S. codes. Anyway, this right here, this time and money, this is how much money, there's a certain amount of money. This number shows how much money they're gonna pull out the straw man's account
No
to
way.
process this. What you mean? That's right. That's a check
How
too.
much is that?
I don't know. I ain't never looked that shit up. I don't care because
Also, it's coded, it's not.
yeah, it's coded. I'm doing this shit as someone who's not a U.S. citizen, so they don't get paid from me anyway. They get paid from U.S. citizens, and I guarantee you, this is gonna be at least 2 to 4 million. They get 2 million for the name and 2 million for the social. So it's automatically they get 4 million out of that Sesame account down at the cafe.
Even if they don't grant it.
Even if they don't grant
Who
it.
gets
You gotta
it?
put it back in, though.
The government.
Oh, the government just gets it.
Yeah, this is a check. They get paid that amount. They got the price on it. Just because it's codified, y'all don't know. That's what OBM numbers is for. OBM, Office of Management Budget.
Oh, okay.
What you think the acronym was for? I tell you, there's a bunch of shit on this paperwork y'all don't never see. Y'all don't know.
How do you know they get that $4 million, or
You know what kills me? I cannot take the credit. Jerry Curl Juice taught me, and I did the research. Tony King, same person they say was a fraud. I don't know. It seemed to me every goddamn thing I checked that he taught was real.
He said one time or another.
Yeah, he did, it's on the audios, yes.
It seems to me that if that was the case, there'd be a lot more advertising for Americans to get passports. There's only 10 to 15% of us that even have passports.
Because they teach, they don't want you to leave them. What? They don't need to get that. They get, I told you they get money for your name and your social. How many other shits they get you to sign? They don't need you to sign this shit. You might fuck around and do this one right.
I'll see if you
Huh?
Other documents that will tell me they're making money off that document.
They're making money every time you
transaction
sign
is
your
money.
name or give your social. They make bread. Every
Every transaction.
time you went and cut your lights on, a cell phone bill, you had to put your social and your name, and they got at least 4 million.
That's
Every
what they keep
company.
asking for.
And that motherfucking company took that money and used it for your name, bought dividends
With the last 4
inside their corporation, their stock, bought the stock, and that's how they got their money on the public side. So your straw man owns stock in every major corporation because of your signature and your social. You don't know that. I didn't.
How do I sell my shares?
That's why the CAFR accounts, when you go down there and do the research on it, you're going to find out all them CAFR accounts owns all the
99%.
corporations because they own all the stock of the stock market around the planet. The reason why China can't really foreclose on America, because your straw man owns their corporations that bought the goddamn debt of America. That's why they said, if America goes down, the whole world goes down.
Too big to fail.
Because y'all are the creditors of the whole world. You're niggas, and you don't know. Now you know why, when they tried to bankrupt Puerto Rico, and they would have had to pay the creditors, the problem was is too many of y'all that did what I taught, authenticated the birth certificate, and became the owner. It's too many of y'all that's creditors. You gonna bankrupt? You gonna bankrupt and make us all multi-billionaires? We probably would have collectively more money than the Illuminati because we outnumber them. I have no idea how many of y'all done it.
So be authenticated my birth certificate.
And you became a creditor.
Yeah,
So
that was
suppose you
the
do
In the
that more than
bankruptcy.
once.
Huh?
Suppose you do that more than once.
It don't matter, you only got one damn account. That's like asking me if you got 4 titles to the car. You ain't got 4 cars, you still only got one damn car.
So what's the status of the bankruptcy now?
They don't know what to do.
They make some.
Every time they try to close this shit out and bring in New World Order, the ancestors did shit where a handful of people then fucked it all up. Years ago, they wanted to do the bankruptcy before 9/11. They did a lawsuit called Nasira that fucked it all up so they couldn't do it. So they fixed that problem, and here come a little nigga called Jonah Bay that made y'all all creditors. And I don't know how they're gonna fix it because as long as we're alive, we're still creditors.
They gonna kill us.
There's too many of us. That's why I taught y'all. There was too many of us. I didn't want to be the only nigga that went down. I need friends in the afterlife. You want me, you gotta take us all.
That's the Georgia Guidestone, right?
For real though. It's a quorum. They don't know what to do. They had mad meetings on what to do. They don't know what to do. We outnumbered the Illuminati, so we would have all the money in the world. We got way more money than them if they liquidated now. So,
Let's keep bringing it up.
so now y'all understand why this reevaluation is going to be problems. Can't reevaluate shit until you settle the accounts. Can't settle the accounts because then everything they worked for, they become, it'd be some Dave Chappelle shit. Did you see that Dave Chappelle shit where they said the black people got reparations? The richest guy on the planet was some nigga in the projects playing CeeLo and won everyone else's money?
I'm richer than Bill Gates.
be some ghetto shit. I know all of y'all.
Trading places.
First thing y'all gonna do is go out and buy Cadillacs and shit. Y'all know how y'all like Cadillacs.
Who's y'all?
All y'all Americans.
I'm not American.
What you gonna buy?
Born in America?
What you
Born
gonna
in
buy?
North America?
I know what the actor's buying. He buying a fleet of yachts. I'm gonna be with him. Except for I'm gonna try to buy some Allens, some boats, the yachts, and some planes.
You gonna get them at cost?
Hell no. I'm cheap. I don't care how much. Yeah, I'm definitely getting a spaceship, my nigga. I'm bigger than this planet. You know what I mean? They got some dope ass. I want a vintage spaceship. A Bimana. Yeah, I want one of them. I want the new shit. I want a personal one. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm just gonna be jumping from planet to planet. You know, I'm like Captain Kirk. I won't mess with the women though, all around the solar system. Green, purple. I don't discriminate. I ain't racist. Oh my God. All right, let me get on. The whole thing is riddled with trying to make you a U.S. citizen, a 14th Amendment in their jurisdiction. Now, y'all don't believe me. Who said, how do we know? Where's the code for the last name? Open your damn eyes. What's the first name they wanted down here? I'm telling you, look at any one of the federal government's applications. That's what you're going to find. Now we know. And the only reason why people give me the shit about it because I'm the only one saying it, but no one denies it. But they still teaching that upper and lower case shit is the difference. Why? Show me the code that says it. Show me an application that does that. Any application you do electronically, it automatically puts your name all caps. So what? Now, it's in the style manual. The style manual says, the corporate military style manual says all corporations is written in all caps. Now that was in the early, I think it was 1928, it was put out. If you Google it, you should be able to find it. So there's your answer in writing. They have never revealed this in their code that I can find. But like I said, here it is. It's everywhere. You're going to see they ask you for your last name. That's the only one they can deal with. The federal government. All right? So last name. First name. Middle. Jonah didn't make that shit up. Date of birth. You're going to put that down. If you're male, male. Female, female. Place of birth.
There we go.
United States of America.
County.
Get the state,
Wherever.
City and state if in the U.S.
If.
Or city and country as it's presently known. See how y'all had to read? So I would put Yonkers, United States of America.
City Yonkers.
I'm born in Yonkers. Well, the Legis and I was born in Yonkers.
So
But if you're born in a foreign country.
Same shit. Give me the equivalent of city in whatever country.
Gotcha.
So, okay, because Puerto Rico is property in the United States or whatever, so how would I?
What was the city, the name of the city?
Caguas.
Caguas? And then what?
The United States?
No.
No, Puerto Rico.
Okay.
It said as it's known to you.
Yeah.
Birthday, 4 days?
The same date you was born. Remember, we talking about the alien now. We filling this out as an alien, so the alien would be the real man. All right? Social security number, what goes there, y'all?
Zero.
Okay. Email address, put that. Phone number, put that. Mailing address.
P.O. Box.
Care of, man. He didn't tell you right here. Care of, right? I've been making y'all do that on everything forever. Right?
Even carry up a P.O. box, right?
If it says permanent address, that's where it gets different.
Do you have to bracket like anything? Or like-
I always bracket, I don't give a fuck.
Oh, remember?
I put in brackets for, I put zeros for the damn number of the street if I'm putting the address.
Oh, really?
Sometimes. Now, I'll put the numbers in brackets. And the zippers, of course, gonna be in brackets, but the truth is,
You don't put the
I would probably put zeros.
On the zip?
Damn right.
Zip code is in.
Just like the other one.
The mail will get there without their zip code. The zip code only existed after 1934. Yes, that's under the act that it was under, zone improvement, yes.
City and country, can I put Honolulu, Hawaiian Kingdom?
That's what your shit is called, Prince. He really is.
On the actual application?
He really is.
I answer no
Oh,
man.
I don't mean to shout you out like that, God. My bad.
On the actual application, it doesn't have enough space for the United States of America on
Let me ask you something. Are you a robot? Do you believe you have to stay within those lines?
No.
In the movie The Matrix, it said
There we go.
you will always beat them because they're under rules. You're not. Why you felt like you had to? Show me where it even says stay in the line. I keep on telling y'all, shit y'all be saying to me sound crazy as fuck. Yo, kids would never ask no shit like that. Kids write whatever the hell they want to. Now, didn't the Bible tell you had to take on the mind of a kid again to be free? Y'all don't know how much they've programmed us, man. And I watch y'all trying to be the illegas and still deal with the rules of the U.S. citizen illegas. And I'm saying to myself, damn, man, Jonah, what are you going to say to finally get them to break those rules? It's going to take time.
Forms with no boxes. He's the only one
You know how many,
boxes on his
hold on,
form.
let me show you, let me show you. Let me show you. Back to, old dude. I don't know why I closed him out. I should have left him open. History.
Copper still.
Yeah. Even his ass figured it out. Hold on, let me show you. You see those boxes? But look where he wrote. You gonna tell me that he got rid of them damn boxes? He knew.
But he abbreviated the state. That doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
state, what do we do?
I mean, if they in there you can write small as hell, but I don't give a fuck.
Just write it out.
No, I'm
But
talking
that still
about,
apply
you
because.
put a state,
Right, because at the top.
It's your mailing address.
or you just put USA.
It's a mailing. It's care of. That means you don't live there. That's just where you don't give a fuck. Really.
WA,
Don't
doesn't
matter.
matter.
Care of.
Because it's care.
Doesn't put you in the jurisdiction. You just visiting. You understand? I don't really care. Well, I just wanted to show you how that nigga didn't follow no damn boxes. Neither should you. Alright? Y'all niggas got me doing a webinar in a seminar. Now it says,
For country.
It says
Outside.
if outside the United States.
I am outside the United States, so it's gonna be United States of America.
Spell it out completely?
Yes, yes.
But you wanna be in the United States.
Now,
No, I just do
The
it.
United States is the corporation.
how he did was, this is how he did it. He left it blank.
Oops.
You're gonna assume you're a citizen.
Because the United States.
See, I'm telling you, it's riddled with mistakes. You know what I mean?
if somebody put a state.
Now, we get to the part where you're gonna, on our application, right there, you're gonna hit national. That's it, right through the middle.
Don't go past the L.
Please don't go past the F. And do it in red.
Even though it says black.
Now you're crossing out that part in red so that they can't try to add on to your shit.
Cross it out, man.
Right.
Now, Jonah, you don't have to put any other names, because you're only going by your straw man name, correct?
You want this for your straw, so the straw will permanently be on the permanent do not detain everywhere.
So, but I don't add any, like my maiden name or anything, I'm just using the name I go by now.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
thank you.
Alright, now. Now, of course, you know you can't sign it. You're gonna have to sign it in front of the people. Alright?
It says it
Do
right
it,
up.
lowercase.
Now, the only goddamn proof of your nationality you're gonna give them is the daggone birth certificate, and then you're gonna take someone there with you that's gonna do an affidavit stating that you are who you say you are. Because if you show them any state ID, what are you? A state citizen, which is a U.S. citizen. Alright?
And can you also do that when you're entering affidavits through a clerk?
Yeah.
And stop using the ID?
Remember, they're all naturalization clerks,
Right,
so
so
you're
I
gonna
gotta
have to
start doing
switch
that.
up.
I need to,
So you say I'm gonna have to take somebody there, but I know under the notaries of California.
Take his ass.
You have to have 2 people.
Take 2 people, I don't give a fuck. Take him and him.
And who provides the affidavit? We.
Y'all do, for him.
You write up an affidavit and sign it there in front of them.
It's a specific affidavit, it's a form. It's a form.
Jonah, are we giving them our authenticated birth certificates when we do this?
You can, I'm not.
I'd give them a copy.
Israel?
I'd give them the original.
You can't send copies.
You have to give them the original.
I ain't giving no one the deed to my ass.
Right.
So
you
they
just
get a
give
regular one.
A copy of your birth
I
certificate.
sent the regular one. A regular certified copy
What is
of the code.
So we want the raised seal, not as.
I don't like that word code either. Y'all motherfuckers live. Of the long form. Of the one from the county. The live birth, the long
So you
form.
don't get a message, get over the recorder's office.
Yes.
So what does the affidavit look like for the,
It's called your injunction.
oh, okay. Perfect, thank you.
Alright, name of applicant. Once again, they want you to put what? Last, first, and middle. They want the date of birth. Then they want your parents' information. They want you to first say if it's your mother, your father, you know what I mean? Then the first and middle, and then the last, right? Now, here's the important part. You automatically become whatever your parents are. So you're going to put their date of birth and their place of birth. Then, if it's your father, click male. Is he a U.S. citizen?
No.
No! Then your mama, all that same information. Is she a U.S. citizen? No! If you've been married, da-da-da, all that shit. U.S. citizen? No! I don't give a fuck what it's talking about. Anytime they talk about U.S., no!
same thing with marriage, right? You've never been.
You can say you was married.
Or maiden name.
You can say you was married.
About divorce.
But
You can put divorce if you choose to.
They just put no.
Just put
You
no.
could. Technically, your ass ain't never been married.
Exactly, that's what I'm trying to say.
It's the legal have.
Right.
You know, it's up to you. And let me say this. This dude, I know many of people who's done this, and it worked for them. But like I said, it's really a false sense of diplomatic immunity. And he has to do a lot of shit to maintain it. Like when they go to court cases, they gotta put in a lot of shit to get out of it. You will never have that issue because your supplemental document that's going with it is the injunction.
Isn't this form going to DC?
Of course it's going to DC. That's where the Secretary of State is.
But you said we gotta have somebody as to do the affidavit, like as a witness.
When you think you go into DC to turn this in? Or do you go to the post office? Wherever you are. Even if you're in Hawaii.
Well, how are they gonna see you sign?
I told you, y'all's questions be fucking me up.
But how they gonna see you sign?
I be really biting my tongue not to actually really go in and really make fun of y'all. And y'all say I'm not patient. Shit me.
It's because we're in California and there's so much weed.
I could lay it in on some of them questions.
3 hours behind.
How are they gonna see you sign it? I'm just voicing the question.
See, y'all think that was a crazy question or is it just me?
Crazy question.
You go to the post office, I'm gonna answer both of you motherfuckers. Who got the dunce cap? I need 2 dunce caps.
I ain't the only one with that question.
There's a lot of stupid motherfuckers. We've been trained to be stupid. I don't blame you. It's the educational system did its job well. Now, you can walk into your local post office, wherever the hell you are. You could even actually do it here, even though you don't live here. Go into the post office, or you can go down to the courthouse. I know a lot of y'all don't know about the courthouse. Of course, you can do it at the courthouse, the county courthouse. You walk on in, you got your two witnesses that's going to say you are who you say you are. Right? And then you're going to sign the application in front of the immigration clerk. And they're going to sign their affidavits in front of the immigration clerk. So I then signed in front of the immigration clerk and turned it in to the immigration clerk at my local post office, and they send it off. Make sure you expedite it to get it back quicker, because we're not just talking about a passport. We're talking about you being put on a do not detain list everywhere and becoming untouchable. How'd I know? So, if you are a heterosexual and you're walking into a gay club, it's like you MC Hammer, can't touch this. Because I be thinking all cops is gay anyway. I'm not bashing gay, I'm just saying their ways is just, crazy.
He said it's a form.
So, you're just saying with our do not detain, when we put this in there, we use one that we've already sent off 3 times, or do we make a new one to the Secretary of State?
I was sent the one I already did.
Doesn't matter to the sheriff or the governor or...
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I probably do the one to the governor or the sheriff. I don't give a fuck. They already know you're there.
Yeah.
They believe me, they know.
How come you don't name the Secretary of State to get him done?
You can. You can make a brand new one specifically to that nigga. You know why? Because you became a U.S. citizen because of the clerk of court. AKA the main clerk for America is Secretary of State, because that's how you become a U.S. citizen. So he wants to do an injunction to name that nigga. Matter of fact, don't use the old one. Do a brand new one to that nigga.
To the one of our states?
Let me say it again. Let me say it again. John Kerry, your ass better put me on the do not detain list. I'm going to sue the shit out of you, because when you created this contract to try to say I was a U.S. citizen, I was a baby. And according to the Constitution, a baby can't enter into a contract. So when you created the birth certificate and the Social Security, all of that shit is fraud. And if your ass don't, I'ma own all your shit.
Okay, so
Was
why-
that clear enough?
Yes, thank you.
Just type that up right now.
You could. And it worked. And matter of fact, to make it real clear, put a motherfucker on the end. Motherfucking bitch ass! I'm serious. Yes.
Why, excuse me for saying so, but why doesn't every black man or every,
I like the word motherfucker.
okay, why doesn't every motherfucking black man just take themselves off of the citizenship and put on the non-detainer list, and all these young men will stop being picked off?
That's what he's working on.
I don't just want the black men.
I know, but.
I want everybody. If we all do it, goodbye US.
That's right.
What about foreign?
Why? What? Why ain't y'all doing y'all's job? Why ain't y'all spreading this shit wide and far? Y'all know what the fuck y'all doing?
They're waiting for us.
Why the fuck do Jonah gotta come back out
Let me know.
a couple of months from now to do this shit all over again? Tom said he want me to come out 2 more times. What the hell y'all been doing? Y'all been doing all right. This group is bigger than the last group that was here, but still, man, it's going too slow.
We take
How long y'all think I'm gonna be out here fucking around with y'all?
I'll find you.
I like the shit I got at home. I don't like coming out here.
Whatever.
I don't.
Hey, he wasn't still be coming to you then.
Oh, hell no. I'll give you an example. New Year's, the fiscal New Year's, people are coming. It's gonna cost them some money because I'm gonna be in the Ritz-Carlton. You wanna talk to me, you're gonna have to chill with me in the Ritz-Carlton. You ain't staying in my room. At $400 a night. 5-star hotel. You wanna come? Come on down. You're gonna have to ball out with me. Cause I'm an expensive hoe. And I ain't got no problem. If you gonna be a hoe, be the best hoe you can be. Don't be no cheap hoe. Wifey and them was going to England to handle some business in England, open up a bunch of foreign bank accounts that I need done. So yeah, I'm doing some rituals and all that for New Year's right there. And you know, the Ritz-Carlton happens to be the closest hotel to the federal building. I'm doing the rituals on the stairs of the federal building of the U.S. I probably shouldn't have said that. I hope this shit don't get out before I do it. They're gonna be sitting there with guards and shit. No one come around the federal building. So that's what's going on. But yo, it's all based on U.S. citizenry. So y'all just got some shit that everyone on the air wanted me to go over. So keep that shit on in your hats. Don't fuck up my money. I plan on making at least about $40,000 on that webinar. So don't fuck me up. I gave you a gift.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's what we put for the permanent
Basic
address?
God. Well, he's not done.
Oh,
We're on 12, I think, aren't we?
Yeah, we're on 12.
there it is.
I can't.
I took you back to him.
What is it?
Rule-free delivery with zeros.
Rural.
What number is that?
19.
Permanent address.
Oh, yeah. So,
Free occupational.
You know, y'all didn't know, but and it still is. When people mail you shit, you know it's free, right?
yeah.
Wait.
That's on the second page. That's the whole, on this part, everything he did is good on this page.
And what's the website? Silver Bullet? You can search it, Silver Bullet?
It's copper minefields, but if you want to find a specific spot, his website is really large. But I suggest you make your damn notes. If you follow his shit, it's full of mistakes. You wanna take the damn chance? Or you get a goddamn copy of this daggone seminar, or you wait for me to do it as a webinar, where I'll have a PDF of, and we'll be filling it out right then and there as we do it on the webinar. So y'all won't have no mistakes whatsoever. And I'll be showing you how to do the injunction for the Secretary of the United States. And I will be going over to CR. The webinar will be specifically for you to get on the super injunction. Right here, I'm giving you an overview. I ain't being detailed in it.
Hey, Jonah, you seen case number?
Nope.
Nope.
I'm setting that one up to actually sue his ass.
Nice.
I'm saying I wish a nigga would. I dare you to fuck with me after this one.
So do you put the rule
More
free
money,
delivery?
more. Y'all seen that fly, right?
Yeah.
That's the money I plan on getting from them. I visualize that. I watch that every day. These niggas gonna pay me. Yeah.
I have a question on 21. Do we actually respond whether we've had a US passport previously?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
But I'm tell you the truth. You're getting rid of the U.S. passport and getting a national passport. You could have had one. It wasn't you that had it. It wasn't you that had it.
Right.
So you can't put either one if you want to. If you want to tell them yes.
I put no.
I would put no, truthfully. Me personally.
Because under that one, you have the social, not knowing.
Yeah, each one of them. See, this is what y'all don't understand. Y'all really have dual citizenship and always have.
That's right.
They've always been making you on the public side and never let you use the private. You could always choose to use either or. That's what they don't want you to know. And that's why they use assumption and presumption and always use the public side. You can use both. Right? I'm trying to tell y'all, when y'all doing commerce, you will be using an legis. There's no other way to do commerce without an legis. Now, I say for precautionary, don't use the legis that they think they have jurisdiction over. It's always easier to use a legis that you created, which they call a trust, which is called foreign. It keeps you out of trouble. That's one of the main reasons why I don't have no court issues. I don't own shit in the name that they could track. And it also made me go completely foreign because I didn't use it within 3 years. Y'all want to do that too. Then after 3 years, if you choose to use it, I guess you could. But I'm so used to not using it, fuck that damn thing. Miriam?
Okay, so on number 19.
Miriam!
Yes, John.
I'm Jonah, I ain't y'all sure. I didn't marry
You
you.
can ask this. I think you can answer this. Where it says rural free delivery, and then it says Dallas, Texas, and then no zip codes. That's like the county seat for the post office, correct? Where you
Yes.
got general
Yes.
delivery.
And you should know because you like listening to that daggone David Clarence, don't you?
No.
You ain't never listened to David Clarence. You know he liked the sisters.
I don't know David Clarence.
That's the guy you.
Nah, you down with Gene Keaton.
How would you know that?
I heard you on the audio when he was going over my whole shit, Mary. I think you were reading it. Matter of fact, I think you was the one that brought it to him.
Nope.
It don't matter.
You wasn't you?
We're not sure.
Probably Jacob.
How the hell do you do that? How long did he do those classes?
I don't know.
That was the guy who was on Yusuf show you were talking about here.
Gene Keaton?
No, this is another one.
No, the other guy,
I'm talking about Gene Keaton.
No, Gene Keating went over.
Gene Keaton read the transcript of my January for weeks. And Marion was reading it for him.
No, I was actually not reading that one. I asked you some questions on it, but I was not reading.
I heard you read a lot of it. I got the proof, Marion.
Anyway,
I'm like, what the hell? Marion?
I would
What you
never.
doing? I start calling you.
You didn't call.
I know.
You didn't ask.
Because there wasn't nothing wrong with it. How come get mad at the... I couldn't believe he said The only one that understands commerce, and I've been doing it 50 years, is me and Jonah Beck.
Yeah, he gave you your props.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, what could I say about that shit? I can't even talk shit about that. He's still a senile old fuck.
Oh, he went.
Oh, he is.
I ain't lying, we know him personally.
I know.
The best father.
His brain is bam, and then the next minute, like, yo, it's like someone clicks on a switch. He brilliant and did a invalid, all in the same day, like same.
Oh, he's the one besides. He does.
And you ain't never seen his Tourette's? Yo, that nigga bugged out. I'm dead ass. We met him when we was down with Jerry Curl Juice years ago.
I
heard him on that.
Yes. He actually has what's it called? When you start losing your mind, what's that shit called? Dementia. He got dementia. He got out. I think he got both.
He got a lot better though when he moved into Toby.
Yeah, he did. He
He
moved into a hotter climate and all that. And, you know, he lives in a garage, so he don't have to pay no bills, less stress. So he's better now.
And they keep everybody away from
I'm dead serious. I'm not trying to take jabs or nothing. Y'all be surprised at shit I know about people. I just don't be saying shit. I research everyone. I'm like an investigator. I investigate them all. And I be like, I wish it was one. I will expose your ass. I ain't never did it yet. I think I'm too nice. I just be like, fine. Anyway, he did good. He added on a lot of shit. I'm like, if that's what you need to add on, that's cool. I'm saying my shit work without all that shit. I don't care about all that.
Are we talking to Jack?
Yeah. Oh, Jack did a whole class on me too.
Jonah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So do we want to put an emergency contact or should that?
I do.
Okay,
If I die, I want someone to get paid off that bond.
okay.
My family. It's all about commerce. Yes. Yes, Prince.
You gonna show us the non-US affidavit? Non-US?
It is your injunction. I'm going to do the injunction over specifically for the Secretary of State, so you are going to have to wait on that because I didn't write it yet.
When is it?
I'm gonna tell you the truth. I ain't trying to write it. Either my wife gonna write it, or one of the people down at Hindsight. I don't really be writing shit no more. I let them do it, and then I'll make corrections, and I'll cut and paste. I'm too lazy for that shit now. I think I put in my work. I think I put in my due.
Well, could we modify the one that you already?
Yes, you could. Listen, y'all don't have to wait for me. If you understand what you're doing, do your shit. And send me a copy.
What do you got to do?
And I'm gonna sell it as a template, and you ain't getting no money. That money come to me.
Jonah,
I don't never do that. I always give people 50%.
Jonah, so we can use our existing injunctions with this passport if we want it now, we don't need to wait.
You can. I'm making specific shit, and actually, it's stuff on the. See, on my injunction, I'm putting some of the shit that's in the 1871 Organic Act, because the U.S. corporation is operating on that's its constitution.
Right.
So I always use the Constitution that applies to whatever government I'm dealing with. You know, if I'm dealing with California's government, I'm using the California Constitution. I'm dealing with Washington, I'm going to use the Washington's Constitution. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not going to use my New York's injunction, and I'm not going to use my Georgia injunction, because those are for those jurisdictions. I'm going to use the one that's for their jurisdiction.
On the passport.
On the injunction for the passport.
When's the seminar?
January.
Well, if my black ass wasn't here right now, maybe I'd be doing it right now.
Damn, you talk.
Actually, I really did want to do the super injunction this weekend, but I couldn't. I
Sell
couldn't.
the tape. Do it now and just.
I didn't write it.
So let's write it now.
Oh, I just told you, my black ass don't write.
So who else does it?
I dictate. Someone else types.
Okay, let's go.
So the Secretary of State.
Y'all already got everything y'all need.
You just told you, go to bed, 8
I just told y'all how to do the whole shit. What else y'all want? I even gave y'all some of the source information.
Okay, let's teach us
So
how
He
to
said, go to
vote.
1871.
There you go.
And the Attorney General,
Listen, man,
Department of State.
you know what? Y'all black asses is gonna wait until I do the what's name. Either you figure it out or you wait and pay me. You know, I'm trying to get my 20,000 back for my Ashley Martin. I'm serious.
Hey, Jonah, if you don't have a fraudulent marriage, my wife, we have a marriage before God. We're not married to the state.
That's a real marriage.
Yeah, that's a real marriage. So should I put wife on here? Should I put spouse? Does it matter?
Right.
According to God's law, it's exactly what you said it is. Wife, spouse, I don't care. And every state has common law. Wife, it don't matter. They always have the positive and negative. It's up to you to decide which side you're gonna be on.
But it asks
That's
you
why I
if
keep
you're
on
married.
playing.
So
Huh?
it asks you already if you're married, so what if they throw that back because you lied?
You did not lie. Whose definition are you going by? God's or man's? Are you public or private?
Good. I'm just looking at the form and I'm trying to do everything the way.
Don't take this the wrong way, ladies. Y'all been married probably so many times y'all can't remember. Because according to the Bible, if you copulate, you marry.
Holy matrimony.
I got plenty of wives. I got so many wives, I can't remember. I just didn't have kids with all of them. No, that's really what the Bible says, man. You know what I mean? It depends on what laws do you want to be up on. The choice is yours, man. You got to pick your poison. You're never lying. According to them, Maury, how the hell you going to say you ain't got no social when
Right.
you got social, don't you?
Right, yeah.
See? That was a trick question.
No, I got you.
You heard her.
I got you.
U.S. citizen. U.S. citizen. Where's the dunce cap? Show me that tattoo you was born with, that birth shit with the number on it. Show it to
Let
me.
me correct myself. I don't got no damn social security.
Okay.
How about that?
Right. You know, this is a little off, but it's not off. The mark of the beast is 666, right? Do you know that's the mark of that's the number of man?
Yep.
Cardi.
What's that?
Now you might understand when they said man was an animal in the dictionary. Why the hell they think man is an animal when God said he made man perfect at the time? You know what I mean? Trying to sound evil in a twisted way. God did not make nothing imperfect. He might have made it, the recipe could be tweaked, but you was meant to go into perfection, which means you are already perfected in the future. But for that to happen, you do stuff to become perfect, right? So I'm just not feeling that whole shit of talking about the number of the beast is 666. I know too much. But that goes back to that conversation we had when I was talking about, you know, how Yahshua and that other dude got a lot of similar shit.
Yes.
I'm just saying, I ain't gonna bring it up here. But y'all gonna have to study these religious books, man. You have to. Because the one thing I want you to know, the devil is a lie. Ain't no way around it. The devil is a lie. And he's such a good liar, he'll give you a lot of truth to make his lies stick. 90% truth, 10% lie. You know what I mean? Because y'all don't even want to put down where you were born. Because y'all thinking, yo, that's the leaders. You know, the damn leaders was damn near born the same time. Y'all really wasn't. The leaders was really born like 2-3 days later. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So depending on what you know, that's your damn birthday. Don't y'all know the birth certificate is actually proof that you was born alive, not dead as a deceiver? But, shit, you listen to most of these people teaching out here nowadays, they're going to tell you it's proof that you were dead. this shit, you was alive. You only became dead because they left the certificate. You were abandoned, the title. That's how it became a deceit. And that's what their laws say. This ain't me. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. It's kind of funny because I'm like, yo, I gotta battle all these other teachers because they teach other shit. And I'm like, I show proof. These motherfuckers don't show nothing. I still get questions about their shit. I'm like, why y'all questioning me? Go ask that nigga. Ask him, where's the proof of what you saying? Because real talk, man, I noticed after the second year of me teaching, people's teaching styles had changed. They started changing. They started showing more proof of where they was getting the information. And they weren't doing that before, back 3 years ago when I came out. I go back, I be listening to, I like to go back and listen to old archive shows of people to prove my damn point. Like I said, if ever they make me go in, I'm going to go in and totally destroy their reputation with proof. I studied the art of war. I got it on PDF. I listen to it all the time. So I actually collect proof against people. You think I'm just going after the... You know, eventually, the people who's teaching wrong stuff has to be stopped. Because they're causing confusion. They're harming.
Yeah.
Eventually, I will set my eyes on all of them. And then everyone gonna be thinking, Jonah being malicious. No, I'm doing what has to be done. They say for evil to happen, all it takes is a good man to sit back and do nothing. Especially if I know it's wrong, I gotta go after them eventually. So I'm gathering the proof now. And you know how they all like to make themselves seem like they're perfect and shiny and new and wholesome. So spiritual. You know, the golden key. And all that. You know. Got shows on spirituality. And stuff. Acting like they ain't regular. What they gonna do after me? How they gonna come after me? I tell you, I go to strip clubs. I tell you, I'm materialistic. I tell on myself. So what they gonna do? Talk about what I already talked about and y'all all know about me? Oh, he cuss a lot. Everyone know that. Oh, why he be flirting? There was a time I had more than one wife. Everyone knew that. What you gonna say about me? So when I do go in on them, they ain't got no ammo. You know what I mean? Because I'm just like y'all, regular. Ain't no one perfect. We're working on perfection. But I'm not going to be doing it out of hate. Like I said, they're blocking the message. It's like you said, why ain't all the young black guys get on this shit and now they mess with cops and look young white? Actually, it's a attack on all young people right now. You see what I'm saying? And truthfully, if you ask me, it's an attack on all Americans right now. Right? They all need to be on it, and what's stopping this from spreading is all those other teachers. So eventually, I'm gonna assemble a team, and we just gonna be blasting them. It's gonna look almost like YouTube. We just gonna be debating, going at everyone. They're gonna be like, yo, I thought he didn't want to debate, and da-da-da-da. What's time? Yes.
Joan, all I have to say is, I do this and I try to tell people, and all they say is, let me see how you do first. And then I'll think about it.
Right. But this is why I said, like, everyone be like, yo, I'm trying to get my family. Right? I can't wait until y'all start getting the financial success that I got. Y'all not going to have to be talking to no one. You going to say, I'm coming to California, they just going to come and meet you.
No drive.
You know what's sad about people on the planet? They're so materialistic. They only want to listen to a motherfucker that got shit. You know what I mean? It's the truth. And once you got the shit that they want, they listening If you say you gotta slap yourself 100 times in the face every morning, they gonna do that shit. They gonna do that shit to get that money. Yes.
Perhaps you should allow the confusion, because the moment that you expose yourself, they'll figure out.
It won't be me.
ways.
I won't even be the head figure no more at all. I'm grooming y'all. I'm giving y'all everything I got. I told you, when I go after them, it's gonna be on some joke shit. I like to attack people with jokes.
That's the only way you can get away with it.
Yeah, I like to attack people with jokes, but all my jokes got nothing but truth. Yes.
Jonah, do the injunctions absolutely have to go out notary presentment?
Absolutely notary presentment, absolutely registered mail, and I gotta talk about that, registered mail.
Oh, no.
Now, why don't you like notary presentment when you got 5 notaries in here?
Well, we did ours notary presentment, but I was just saying, for in California, it's a stumbling block because a lot.
5 people are in here that's notaries. Don't give me no damn excuses if you sitting in here. Get their damn numbers and get it done.
I do notary presentment all the time, never had a
And
problem.
you're here in California.
I am.
Southern, and all the notaries raise their hand.
Can the notaries, I did this earlier.
Raise their hand.
Get their numbers.
It looks like prices are going down.
Hey, Jonah, you're training UPS guys not to.
Oh, yeah,
I know. It's war. You think they gonna help y'all get out? Y'all are going to have to help each other. War is not an individual sport. You know war is the same as love.
I'm up here all the time.
So if you have
I've
a,
been married 25 years. I can assure you it's true.
It's right in the book.
All right. Now I gotta make sure I've been over most of this stuff.
Jonah?
$9 billion lien. The $9 billion lien is very important. Why? It is your pay fee schedule for going against your injunction. And goddamn it, I'm greedy. So if I finally do go in and sue them, I like the fact that I already had it established that they had to pay me $9 billion before they did something.
It could be simple like this.
You make your shit any way you want it. Where's $9 billion?
No, right there.
Alright, see, it has to be a claim. To have a lien, it's called the claim of lien. I have it in the non-UCC. A lot of y'all ain't got that, so y'all never seen it. Y'all can go up on jonahbay.com and go get the non-template and do it. And it is simple. It's on what size is that paper again? 8 by 14. Yes. So you got to remember when you're in commerce and making a legal document, it got to be on legal paper. I didn't make that rule. I don't know where that shit came from. But ever since the corporation started, every legal document has been on legal paper. Your constitutions, your declaration of rights, everything. You got to do it. You know what I mean? All right. I went through banking, commerce, why everything must be private and registered mail. Okay, it gotta be private because if you're not without the United States, you're within the United States and you are a U.S. citizen and they have control over all U.S. citizens and everything they do. I already said that, January 14, 2014. I even gave y'all the IRS manual that said that, all right? And registered mail is because you need it private. Without the United States is why you use red mail. Why you don't use the green mail called certified. I know it's expensive. How you gonna put a price on your damn freedom? How much are you paying in one damn ticket? And I assure you the ticket is gonna cost more than the whole process of the injunction. One ticket. Average person gets 2-3 tickets a year. Stop complaining about the registered mail. Get that shit done. Stop being cheap. Alright? We're going to have to wait for tomorrow for the form COL and how it ties in and all that because we only got a half an hour. I want y'all to get some questions. Can you all sit down before we start doing the questions?
when we do the questions, we want you to come up to the podium, the microphone, so we can have the questions go on to the recording.
Oh my gosh, that's so much pressure, Tom.
I know, hey, this is a pre-court, what did we say we're gonna do? This is pre-mock court. Get up there. Who's first? Jack? Yeah. Can you check that, mic? Okay. Okay, you're the first question. Okay, guys.
Mr. JONAH.
Whoa.
So now that I am recognizing that I am a private natural being, do I need to open up a whole new bank account and do everything now as a private individual?
All right, great question. I've been telling people to open up bank accounts as the illegists that they created, like the estate and other illegists that you want to create. It's much harder. Like, one of the best ways y'all gonna get these private accounts open is like when you go and do this super injunction and you get your passport ID, then when you go to the bank, you're not gonna give any social. And that's how you wanna get it in. Now, what I've noticed is, and I've learned this the hard way, I've lost money. Just this year, I lost $250,000. It was in a private account. It had no social on the account. IRS still came in and took it. Because what I learned was, well, I already knew it, but I didn't really catch it. Was in the IRS manual, if you have a trust and the trustee is within the United States, it's a domestic trust. So even though that account had no social, no nothing on it, it was a trust, because all bank accounts are trusts. And the trustees are the actual bank. And the bank was in the United States. So if you got some real cash and you don't want that shit touched, you better have that shit in a foreign bank account in a foreign country. That's why I'm sending my wife off. We were supposed to be in New York, do the ritual in New York and be at the ball dropping in New York City. And I changed all that shit around. I'm like, yo, I ain't trying to lose $250,000 again. That'll never happen again. I told you, I'm 90% fucked up. I only fuck up one time, though, the same way. I fuck up a whole different way next time around.
So then open an account as a business, but then have my private account overseas somewhere?
Absolutely.
Okay,
You gotta do shit for them for real. If you have any major cash, they coming. They gonna look for an excuse. They've been attacking my money all year. They think they gonna, if they break me, they gonna stop me. I refuse to be broke. Next person gotta come up. You can't just raise your hand, Mary. You really do think you Yahshua's wife.
No, I just didn't feel like hitting up.
You hear that? That's what she used to say to Yahshua himself. I don't feel like doing that shit, you do it. So he would just use his power to make shit float across the room for him. I'm going to hell for that.
Okay, Mr. Bay.
Why you want to make me a corporation? Mr. is a term for an elitist, a corporation.
I just say Brother Bay.
What up?
All right, for the bonds and creating and using them as a lifetime surety, how would you do it and where would you file it and where you use it?
Okay, once again, you're going back to that DTC shit and you're going back to my SEC file.
Right. Yeah, well, I was just looking at the itinerary.
Oh, really? You ain't never looked at my SEC filing?
I did, no, yeah, I did look at that.
Oh, I thought that's where you got it.
Yes, I did, yeah.
That's when I was becoming a bank.
Okay.
I ain't with that shit, I ain't fucking with that shit because where you file it at and put it in trust is with the powers that be and they use it against you and control you. So I'll never go that route again.
Yeah, okay, that's the only question I had.
Okay. I refuse to sell out, man.
Okay, so my question.
You know, it wouldn't be no Jonah Bay. I couldn't talk to y'all if I took the deal.
My question is this, when it comes to the foreign banking.
Wait. Speak into the mic.
Okay, when it comes to the foreign banking, how are we going to, even though we're foreign in a foreign country and all that kind of stuff, like the people in Cyprus and what have you, where they had the bail-ins already.
Bailouts and bail-ins and all that?
Yeah, and people had to take a forced haircut.
Right.
How do we avoid that?
You know how to avoid that. You gotta put it in gold, silver.
Okay, I asked the question
Yeah.
because you're talking about going to a foreign country and.
Yeah, see, when I put it in a foreign country, I'm gonna leave some liquid. The reason why, because I gotta swipe my card.
Right, okay.
But if you have, listen, I don't have my money to, and first of all, I don't believe in money being in the bank. I need money in the bank to do transactions, that's it, right?
Right.
But no major bread. The only reason why they caught me with that much money in the bank is because I was about to use it for the dispensary. They caught me with my pants down, y'all. Turned on the light when I was in the middle of doing shit. I keep my money in assets.
Okay.
I will put my money in a car before I leave it in the bank. I will put my money in a house. I don't believe in having a whole bunch of cash. And remember, it ain't even gonna be my money because all my shit is in trust. So when I had the car and all that, I don't own that shit. I'll smack the shit out of you. You try to sue me, you ain't getting shit. I don't own nothing. I'm the brokest nigga in this room. This ain't my chain. This ain't my watch. This ain't my ring. This ain't my bracelet. These ain't my clothes. The trust donates it to me. It's so nice to let me use it and make me look good.
They just donate the right of use to you.
Right. And that's what I call usufructs. Real talk.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't own shit. Look up Jonah Scott. Don't look it up because you're gonna find it SEC and it's gonna say a crazy amount of billions on it. But I assure you, it ain't got no damn money. It got the money down in the CAFRA, but we ain't got access to it. I'm broke.
So how do we get access to that?
Where your address?
We're gonna learn how to sue, and when we learn how to sue properly and know all the information we need to know against this system, we're going down to the county and we're gonna sue them. It's called a hostile takeover of a corporation, and you're gonna take all the proceeds that's written in that and leak its name because you are the owner.
You want more people.
But it's steps to learning how to sue. You're gonna have to know how equity. We're gonna have to know the rules.
What about,
Or they're gonna finally bankrupt this bitch and settle the accounts, and you're just gonna get it without doing shit.
what about going down to probate court
Same thing.
and filing a name change from the debtor to
Okay,
the
why would
creditor?
you want to change your name?
I'm just asking a question.
I
From
need-
the debtor, last first, or first middle last, changing it to last first middle.
In their
In equity.
fictitious system, they're gonna claim that that's the same name.
Nope.
So they're gonna say, we ain't changing your name, it's the same name. That's what they teach.
So you think that it won't be granted?
I'm telling you for a fact, I ain't talking out my ass. Someone tried to do it a couple of weeks ago. You know what I mean? Yeah, and let me tell you this. If they was to grant it, it wouldn't help you because you just turned the creditor's name into a debtor's name. Anyone else? No more questions?
I have one.
What's up, Tom?
I guess something you said on the form,
Okay.
just on the, with your signature, over here, you know, on the loudmouth.
When you sign the passport application, I told you they only deal with the creditor. So when you sign your name, it must be signed last name, first name, middle name, all lowercase. On the whole application, they kept on asking you for last name, first name, middle name. Why at the bottom you want to make yourself a U.S. citizen and a debtor? They never once asked you for first, middle, last.
Then you also said.
See how good y'all been trained in school?
I think you said.
They asked you for the legal name. The legal name is last, first, middle. Get used to signing your name that way, then legal name that way, that way for everything. Stop signing as a debtor. Didn't I tell y'all can fuck around and get cars signing that way?
Do you have to put without
Repeat
the United
that.
States on your signature?
I would, just to make myself known. I don't want to be a part of your shit. Yes, sir.
I thought you said that.
Wasn't me.
In the signature,
Wasn't me.
you said, sign all lower caps, and then you said, I think you said something like with supplement, and you
With
attach.
supplemental
Okay.
affidavit.
Which is your injunction.
Yes.
So you write that on there, or you supplemental affidavit?
I'm letting the motherfuckers know. Or see attachment.
Yeah.
Make it even simpler. See attachment.
And you write that next to where you sign, Tom.
Word is bond. Don't be trying to finish this shit without looking at my attachment.
Do you send back, do you have one now, send back to us, or?
You can keep the old ones, do a new one. They're gonna take care of you.
Okay.
They know what the fuck you doing. You correcting that bullshit. Any more questions? And your ass wasn't on tape again.
I didn't get a whole,
One of the questions on tape, you got.
On your.
come up there.
What you doing with that mullet?
Oh,
It's all one length.
That shit's a mullet. It looked like a mullet to me.
Now,
You was listening to
third-party
ZZ Top?
credit debt collector.
You like ZZ Top?
I noticed, I'm gonna be like a judge of shine over whatever the hell you say, I don't listen to you. I noticed you're using Ann Leach's name, using the debtor's name on the third-party debt collector. It said first,
Oh yeah, because that's the one they was coming after.
do you put without prejudice, without the United States on it?
I would, if anything with a giraffe.
Alright. We gonna go over any of that?
Maybe tomorrow, it depends on what's on the itinerary. I try to cover everything.
Discharge.
It wasn't on there. It's not on there.
Wait, what?
It's not on there. I ain't talking about that shit.
Where's the down right on there?
Oh, hell no. No renegotiation.
Okay, so the question I
Get
asked
closer.
you, the question I asked that gets on the tape was, do you send back the passport you currently have if you
Keep
have
it,
one?
they gonna issue a new one.
Thank you.
Peace to the God, Sean.
Peace to the God.
Okay, question, how do you get an oath of a sheriff or somebody, a public officer?
Whoa. Damn, it's an easy question, but it's a long answer.
Long answer, huh?
Alright, the easiest way, I'm gonna try to sum it up. The easiest way, if that motherfucker was fucking with you, that cop, we talking about cop fucking with you?
Yeah.
Alright, now this gonna be tough for you. You look at the fucking police car and see what corporation's name is on that police car. And you gotta call that corporation's clerk of court and they will have the oath of that officer.
Okay.
Really?
Now, I don't know how the hell you gonna do that shit.
Right. Well, basically.
Why would the sheriff have?
Now, let me give you an answer that you could do.
Okay.
Get that motherfucker's name and ask him what precinct he works for. Go call that precinct and ask that clerk for that officer's goddamn oath.
Okay.
Now, the problem is that motherfucker will lie to you or won't tell you the information. So try to at least get the name, and you're gonna have to search in the directory and call each county to see if that officer works for them.
It's always good to ask for like a badge number.
Badge number.
Yes, but they be lying about that shit
Oh, they
too.
only give you first initial, last name half the time too.
All I need is an initial and the last name. That's good enough for me.
It has to be on the police report, doesn't it?
It does, you can do the
If you can
research,
read it.
but they write it in a way that you can't read it. They good, they like doctors, and lawyers, they gonna write that shit scribble scrabble.
Can you do a FOIA request for it?
Yes, you can, but how you gonna do a FOIA request on the name that you don't know?
Good point.
Okay, my next question is, when you're doing your, man, I just went blank.
I'm sorry.
When you're doing your, we just talked about it.
Injunction?
Injunction, yeah. When we're doing your injunction, for the state of California, I'm a newbie. How do you set up your template? How do you set it? I mean,
Oh! go to jonahbay.com and order the template, and you don't have to do shit but put your name in it.
But you have.
But the problem is,
It's not
I don't know how the hell you gonna order.
For California, yeah.
Yeah, I got it for California. I just didn't put it on the site.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
Okay.
but your homeboy gonna have to help you.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, don't be trying to shit on him either.
No,
Don't be playing no jokes, man.
No, that's my network, so.
Yeah, oh yeah. Don't be playing no jokes on your
That's
home.
home right there, so. Yeah, he's straight, man. All right, peace.
Peace, God.
All right.
Alright, next. The next comedian. Anyone? Yeah. What you ask me? You said you had one. I am motherfucker. Who's his girl in here? No, he's a liar.
Give me some
One
public
question. Only
Yeah.
question.
This is the last question.
Till tomorrow.
Didn't he say that last time? Yeah.
It says for the Treasury direct account and IRS filings, will we be talking about that?
Okay. Treasury Direct. You can't do it no more. I hate to say it, it was Ali Muhammad that fucked that up. When you discharging and stuff through the Treasury and you had the medallion stamp, when you're doing accounting for anything, it has to be import and export. Now, he taught it to so many people did so much fucked up shit, they changed the laws. And they got rid of the legacy. They still have the Treasury account. That means you only have income. You have no outcome going. So without the outgoing, you can't balance the books and shit can't get discharged. When I was doing it before they fucked it up, all I had to do was deposit my bills into my bank account, regular bank account, and everything got paid. Either it got paid or they sent the check to my house or they deposited into my bank account, and everything I was doing was free. It all got, they changed the law, they fucked that up.
So there's no way, remedy that you
They might have brung it back online through another name. I didn't do the research. As far as I know, there's no way to do it right now.
Okay.
And I ain't doing the research because I don't give a fuck.
Someone brought up something a little while ago that reminded me, oh yeah, when he brought up about the California injunction for California, because these things are jurisdiction specific. What
They
is-
are, but they're not. See, let me say this. I'm sorry, cut you off.
Go ahead.
If y'all wait for the super injunction, that's the only one you have to do. And it's gonna be specific to Washington, which is gonna make it be, you're gonna be on the do not detain every goddamn state.
I'm gonna write it for 1871 Constitution, then I'm
Got
gonna give it to you, and you're gonna fix it.
So for the newbies, y'all gonna wanna wait. For the old people, it's up to you.
Okay, so this is this still goes, this goes with court, traffic, murder, whatever. This goes within their courts. What is it that allows us to bring, well, I know the answer to this, but to bring, say, the Georgia Constitution into California
Full
court?
faith and credit, but you're not gonna be using Georgia Constitution, you're gonna be using California. But you can use Georgia as a supplement to back up everything you're doing with the California if it doesn't say exactly what you want it to say.
Exactly, okay, and what is it that allows us to use
Supremacy clause.
a constitution from 1877 that's been amended?
Supremacy
and those-
clause, and it's called general law. The only reason why the Constitution today can work, even in the corporate fiction, is because of the old thing that it was built off of. In other words, you could have no de jure Constitution without the actual Magna Carta.
So when they amended and they removed a certain part, you could still use the original?
Exactly.
Supremacy clause.
Supremacy clause.
Cool.
It says it in the Constitution that any treaty or contract that existed before the adoption of this Constitution is just as valid as today as it was when it was drawn. Supremacy clause. Y'all know that. I didn't pull it up on the screen, but y'all know that's in there, right? Y'all heard that before, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, I received a notification from my 98 number, and it says that I needed to file a Form 1041.
1041.
Is filing that, does the...
You can put on it, I'm not required to file any US tax return, and it goes away.
And then the 8832, we do want to file that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Kind of back on his question, you can still pay off things with your discharge, all right?
Huh?
With the discharge seminar, you can still pay things off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know I use discharge. Hell yeah. Yeah. He sent your ass up here lying.
No, I told you.
Last question.
You need to ask.
Y'all was in cahoots. I told you he was a liar. It was the smile that gave it away.
I didn't want to throw him under the bus, but you took him and drug him.
He think he was slick.
All right, Jonah, I got a question on discharge, because we didn't go over it today, but,
Why can't you say that shit for tomorrow?
well, we are.
Hey,
Well, I'm gonna ask a question
all right.
today.
Shit.
Please.
Damn.
All right. When you're trying to find the EIN for corporations,
Join one of those, what's the names, online, or you're gonna have to learn how to navigate the SEC and it's.
It is tough.
SEC.
It's getting real tough.
Yeah.
I can find
We're part
most
of
of
the
those.
EIN finder.
I find
And
most
you
of those.
still having problems?
There's some like, what about discharging state obligations? They don't have an EIN.
for the 1099.
They do got the EIN for the state, they ain't giving it to you.
Exactly.
Ah, shit. I got my list from Jerry Curl. It's on my other computer, I would give you the list.
I have a list of most of the lenders.
Right.
But
I got most of the EIN for most of the
I found
government.
franchise tax code.
I don't know how to get that to you right now. I tell you what, I have my hard drive here. Tonight I'll look on my hard drive and see if I can find it. If I can find it, I'll give it to you. But, Dun and Brad has it for every goddamn body. But it's like pulling teeth getting it from him. Now, the best thing you could do to try to get it from him is the, I think it's the I-9, where you fill out that shit, the IRS and tell them.
W-9?
W-9, yeah.
One last question. When you do send that discharge out, say it's a processing, you get the bill that has the, and you send the bill out to the processing, you
No
gotta
good.
send it to the CEO
Yes.
at the head corporate office of where
Yes.
they're at? Okay.
It's private. Them motherfuckers don't know. Now, I've seen a lot of people send it to the processing and it works. I've also seen just as many people send it to the processors and it kicks back out. They talk about the bank couldn't process it and then the bill goes back on.
Did they return it?
Hell no.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta ask him to show the accountant of everything and.
Like I told y'all, it's private. The only motherfucker that gotta honor that is the CEO according to the National Currency Act. So if you sue, you only gonna be able to sue if you notified the CEO. You ain't gonna be able to sue the processing.
I said, he knows this already. I sent mine to the executive officer because I looked up CEO,
Mm-hmm.
and he's chief financial officer, right?
Yeah, so.
Or not chief financial, he's chief executive
I
officer.
do it according to the National Currency Act. I only follow what it, now if it just so happened the CFO and the CEO is one and the same, so be it.
Well, that's the thing, they're hiding behind names. They don't have
Right.
chief financial or chief executive officer. All they have is executive officer. And then,
That means he gotta go by, he does everything.
then the other two chairs and a chair and a member poked their head up and said, thank you, we received your correspondences to our executive officer, but contact this person instead, is what they're telling me.
Now, I understand they're trying to recontract with you. That's called a novation.
Yeah, we're giving no comment.
I'm looking up whoever is written as the head nigga in charge of that corporation is the nigga I'm looking for.
I can find it in there.
I look it up online.
No, I've looked it up. The
What
only
company?
reason why I know about those other
Bloomberg.
three is because they put their name on top of one of the correspondents trying to recontract.
Okay, I understand, but I go by the public notice of who they say is running shit.
They should also have a DBA filed for running that business, shouldn't they?
See, you gotta understand, that if they claim that they changed leadership, it has to be in the prospectus, it has to be made
Oh, it's just on
public.
the internet who's running it.
Yeah, so that's the only nigga I'm gonna deal with.
SEC, you go to the, you just Google.
You know Bloomberg,
Right.
Toyota Financial Services.
Yeah, I only
SEC.
deal with the boss. I don't give a fuck if they change leadership and they did it unofficially. I don't give a fuck. It's not official. They'll tell you anything. Whatever the public notice says, that's what I go by. I'll give you an example. You can Google Jonah John Scott Estate. It will come up that the CEO and the controller of Jonah John Estate is Jonah John Bay. It gotta go up there. It's public knowledge. So if you can find Jonah John Bay, who is a private individual, that's the owner of Jonah John's estate, you can find it for any damn body. And then they had the nerve to try to tell you how much I make.
Yeah.
Although they don't know that, but they knew that from the first year. Now, they don't have no tracker. Any more questions? And I love the way your ass didn't get on the... Y'all bump.
No, I started.
Y'all a bunch of hard-head motherfuckers. Get your phone. Anyone else? I guess that's it for today. Thanks for coming out. Good night.